Pussy up, big. Pussy.
It's just y'all niggas. And all have
Hey, everybody. This is Big Jeff coming to you live from No Days Off Radio Production with number one show in the land. Nothing but the truth. All right. What I want to do is say everybody a good Friday. Hope everybody had a nice day, good day at work, and hopefully a enjoyable weekend. We got a lot of things going on in the city this weekend, so if you can attend and be part of some of it, hey, have fun. Want to see our Georgia Bulldogs get at them Alabama Roll Tides come Saturday evening, afternoon rather, at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So it will be a lot of tailgating, a lot of things going on, a lot of events going on down at the stadium. And we also have Gunna in the city for his concert, and Slime will be following on the 16th of December. So everybody try to make you some good plans and hope that we can enjoy this Christmas month and have an enjoyable Christmas as well. All right. Today's show is titled Reasons for Why and Why You Shouldn't Be Insecure in Your Relationship. And I know this might hit a lot of bases, and like I say, when we have discussions on certain things, we might, make it a show according to how the conversation go. And we always having debates about a lot of things. Okay, so we're gonna kick off with Shanita. She'll be calling in a minute. So I'm waiting on nephew to get us situated. Hello. Okay. So now the reasons that we shouldn't be so insecure in our relationships is because if you are if you are sincere about anything that you have started your relationship off based on, it shouldn't be no one or nothing that could alter that. And I'm saying that to say this. We all tell our better halves that we're in love with them. Or we'll say we love them. You know, according to how you think about that and defy that four-letter word, that can have a lot of meaning. It can have a lot of meaning. So we got to be mindful of how we use that four-letter word in our relationships. Because some people take it one way, some people take it another way, but the person that you're saying it to in a relationship is going to take it your way. And it's by showing and not just saying it. We all put ourselves in that box sometime. You have women who will take that word and they will use that word to a disadvantage with their better halves. We have some men who would do the same thing. It's according to who's putting the most in a relationship. That makes the insecurity higher. You know, a man can only do and go as far as a woman will allow him. You know, and it's vice versa. It's vice versa. You know, women have the ability to stall. Men have the capability to stall. You know, and what I mean by that is, if a man sees something that he likes or he's attracted to, or it fancies him, if the interest is that high or the aura gets to be that high, he's gonna try to make an advantage. A woman, on the other half, she's gonna be more discreet, and she's gonna allow you to make the chase. Which is no different. You know, some of us will say that it's a difference. Some of us will say that, that's this or that's that. Or some women will say that's because all men are dogs. You got some dog ass women in the world. You got some women that we can say are dogs. You got just like the women can say we're dogs. So it's according to how you feel about being with people. But once you have a person in your life that you consider your better half, and not only because you are married, we can sometimes make that relationship unbalanced because of the things that we do and the things that we don't do. So I know some people. I know some people who have had longer relationships without being married than some people who are actually married. So to me, this is my opinion. That piece of paper is only what it actually is, a piece of paper. That's called a marriage certificate, a marriage license. But, that doesn't mean that the relationship is gonna last forever because you're married. So we got some people who have gotten married today and damn near divorced next week. But so what do that paper hold? That paper does not hold that bond together. That person does not hold that relationship together. That paper does not speak when it needs to speak on the situation going on in those relationships or in that marriage. Only the people that's involved can make that decision, can make that, can make the relationship work, can make the marriage work. So, you know, the insecurity, the insecurity always kicks in off of, and I want y'all to think about this. The only way your better half can become insecure is because of the things that each person brings to the table. You know, if a man gets caught, as you all say, cheating, I don't believe in that word in a relationship, but I'm gonna use y'all term. If a man gets caught in a relationship cheating, do that really means that he don't love his woman? Do that really mean that he don't care about his relationship? It can mean a lot of things. Sometimes we can be pushed into going to someone else. You know, and it's not just on the male behalf; it can be on the female behalf too. To where the female, like I say, she's gonna let you chase her when she's at that point. You know, and it can be as in a co-ed environment. I think that a co-ed environment is a 99.5% accuracy that you will wind up dealing with another person in that work atmosphere. It takes a strong woman or a strong man to be in a co-ed environment, work environment, and not be attracted to a person on that job. That's damn near impossible. That if you're around people every day, it's no different than being courting. If you courting a person and they live in their place, you live in your place, but every time you all get together, you grow on each other. So in a work environment, if a man and a woman sees each other every day, 8 hours a day, 365 days a year, or however many amount of days they work out of a year, other than weekends, some people work on weekends. It's a possible chance that if that man put up enough chase, the woman can be done held out for God knows how long, but it can be something as simple as something going wrong at home with her better half. One day, that man is subject to say something to her, and her already being vulnerable, she give in. She finally give in. Instead of saying, instead of her trying to make her situation right at home, she get caught with a drawdown, and she give in. Not understanding that who's to say this gonna be the man for you too? So he's in a chase for the bedroom. The man at home is in the chase for a lifetime. So who deserves the better conversation? And it's the same way with the men. It's the same way with the men. We can go to work every day. We can be out every day. And, hey, man, it can be a woman who's attractive to us. And we'll do the same exact thing. One day she going to catch us on that day. And she going to be in trouble that day. She going to have that issue that day. So the insecurity comes from not being treated the way that you feel like you need to be treated, or the way that you're supposed to be treated in your relationship. So that brings on a lot, because if you think that a man, women, ladies, I'm telling you all, and this is a man telling you this, if you think that we really don't pay you all some attention, you're wrong. You all are wrong. We pay a lot of attention to our woman. In my advice to the men is we need to start showing it more. We need to start making our women, our better halves at home, know that they are being paid some attention. And we got only way we can do that is by showing them their attention that they require. So the insecurities, we gotta always think that the insecurities is only suggested when things aren't right. When things are not right at home in your relationship, that's when the insecurity come because everything that each one of you say or do, the other one takes it personal, and they take it more personal and it can just be you just mentioning something. These are the experiences that I have had over the years of dealing with women. Sometimes your woman can come in the relationship thinking a certain way about a man. And it can be all because of the relationship she's been in. So she's making you him. And him, I mean the last man that was in the relationship with her, or the men that she have encountered throughout relationships, throughout her lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Some women will tell you quick, all men are the same. That's a lie. All men are dogs. That's a lie. Only thing a man want is to go to bed with you. That's a lie. And the women need to understand, if a man only wants to go to bed with you and not be in a relationship with you, yeah, he can solve that problem easy. He can solve that problem easy. All he got to do is say, hey, baby, listen, I don't have time to talk. I don't have time to have a conversation with you. I like you. I want to be with you. What I need to do. What bills need to be paid. Anything. And he can actually and that's being honest with you. That's not him trying to call you a whore. That's not him trying to call you a tramp. No, he's just letting you know that this is all I'm after. So don't get offended because the first thing you'll tell a man is, I want a man who can be honest with me. So if he being honest with you, why would you get offended? He telling you what he want. He telling you what he want to do. All right, Shanita just checked in. She's calling. She's doing a call in tonight, and I want to welcome her to the show, and I want her to talk to you all, and let y'all know that she's here.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, Shanita had a competition, I guess, tonight. Her daughter is
My baby had her very first majorette performance.
So that's why she's not visibly here.
Yeah.
So, Shanita about to be a mother of
a teenager. Yes,
her job is about to
start. So fast.
So, her job is about to start. She's about to be mommy. She's about to be mom. She's about to be mother-in-law. She about to be a whole lot of things right now.
All in one.
All in one.
With joy and Thanksgiving.
So, welcome to motherhood.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna get a lot of things. We're gonna talk about some things tonight, and then we're gonna let y'all go. All right. So now, Shanita, you got anything you want to add?
No, this is my favorite subject.
Yeah, I know.
Really was looking forward to being in the studio today because I love talking about love and relationships. I think I have a master's degree in that at this point. No, a doctor, a doctorate in relationships at this point because I've been through a lot in relationships. So that's my favorite subject.
So Shanita always come to me for some odd reason
I sure do.
when she's, having a conference with a guy that's interested in her.
Uh huh.
And she shares some of the things that the guy might say to her, ask her, and she'll she even goes as far as to tell a man that I gotta run this by Big Jeff.
I sure do. I'm like, yeah, let me see what Big Jeff say about this
So
because I love his advice. He gives great advice, and you can't ask for a better person. He's a man. Sometimes a man would tell you what a man is, what he's thinking or what was his intentions. Like if it's not always clear, sometimes I always call Big Joe. Like, look, am I tripping or this happened? What do you think about this? Like, nah. He'll tell me straight shot, no chaser.
you got to be honest. And I want all my men to understand, man. And well, I'm gonna say it like this first. The reason I'm like I am with a lot of women, that's even women that I have been in relationships with. I look at them on a lover but sister type of mindset when it comes down to certain things in the relationship and certain things that they face out in the everyday world. And when I say my sister, I mean, I don't have a sister. I do now that I found out. But my daughters are like my sisters. When I give them the advice of men, about men. Tell them the things how a man traits can be. You know what I'm saying? And I respect them coming to me sometime with, think questions about men, this, that, and other. And I'm saying this to say this to all men. It's nothing wrong with giving a woman manly advice. Ain't nothing wrong with that because, we gotta always remember that a lot of us come from one parent households, not broken homes. Let's don't get this shit twisted. Not broken homes. A lot of us come from one parent household because you got some fathers who are raising their children.
Do you think that make a difference though? Whether
it makes
and how you act in a relationship, whether you were raised with both parents or not?
Well,
I do. I think it makes a difference.
It makes somewhat of a big difference. But if you have a strong mother who's being honest with her children about relationships or about this and that and the other, when it comes down to having a partner, it can sometimes that'll balance out better than a two-parent household. Honestly, because if you're being honest with your child about life, or the things that can go on in life, or things that can be part of them being in a relationship, or this, that, and the other. If they listen, I want you to hear me, y'all to hear me good now. If they don't hear you but listen to you, they'll have a better relationship with anybody that they deal with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they have always heard the righteousness of being in a relationship. Some people, I have heard even counselors say shit like, well, they came from a broken household, as they say, or one parent household, so they need to have psychiatric evaluation because of them being this and them being. No, that's not. That ain't always the truth.
That's not always the case, right?
Yeah, so.
There are a lot of single parents that have very successful kids.
You damn right.
One of my sisters, she has 4 kids, and they are all excellent honor students, all in sports, and she does it by herself. Because their father, he got killed in a car accident, so she's having to, and it's not always that a person is single because of drama or they don't want to be married. It could be something like what happened with her situation, as far as like their father is deceased from having a car accident.
Yeah.
So she's having to do it, and she's doing an awesome job of that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mika.
Yeah. Shout out. Great mother.
Oh.
So, and that brings me to this. I hear a lot of people, I actually hate when I hear a woman say this thing right here to her children, or she can be talking to somebody and they make that part of their conversation. I actually, it irks me, man, to hear a woman say, and they daddy needed this and their daddy needs to that, because a woman can't raise no damn man. You have to be out your damn mind to say that as a woman who's raising her sons. That kind of makes me feel like, was that part of your household? You know what I'm saying? When you was growing up, did you live like that when you was growing up? Right. Because Christine Williams was a strong black woman. Mm-hmm. Didn't play the radio with your ass. Raised 8 tremendously strong men. You understand what I'm saying? And that's my mother. Mm-hmm. May she rest in peace. Her birthday would have been yesterday. Was yesterday. So I was kind of down in the dumps yesterday. I had that effect every year. Right. So I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better. And I'm 28 years in on her not being with me. So it really does something to me. Right. When I, see a whole lot of things about, men and their wives, or children and their mothers, anything that has something to do with mother. Right. It really put me on. It
touches your heart when you don't have your mom.
You damn right. You got to enjoy them, man. As long as they are here, you need to enjoy them.
I'm telling you, I tell everybody that.
So when I see people disrespect their parents, or whatever, that shit it make me feel some kind of way. It make me feel some kind of way, and that's all the way down to my own kids. When they make me feel like they done forgot about us, I had to cut that light on their ass. And that it ain't nothing wrong with that, because our kids ain't, everybody's kids are not perfect. I don't know a perfect child. You know what I'm saying? I know good kids. I know kids who are respectable. I know kids who are this, and even some of those that tries to be disrespectful still have to have respect for parents. So I would never be scared of my kids. I would never let my kids think that they got the advantage over me.
Oh, no.
You understand? And that
my parents used to tell me, I brought you in this world, I'll take you out.
Take your ass right on back out of there. So it's not it's not a threat. It's just parenting. It's called parenting. You will never not be a parent once you have kids.
Never.
That's a job.
Never stops.
That's a job that you can't retire from. You can never retire from that job. So my mom has been gone since 97. I'm still scared of her. Right to this day, I'm still scared of Christine Williams. Petrified of her. Even when I think I'm about to do something wrong, she crossed my mind and alter my thoughts.
See through the spirit, huh?
You understand? So that's the way your children supposed to feel about you. They supposed to feel like that about you. To where even when you're not here, they still have those morals and instincts that are still there. And sometimes, that could be a part of why a man or a woman have insecurities. So I have heard people say, I'm gonna be like this cause this how my mama was, or this how my daddy was. You can't be like that. You can't be like your mom or your dad. Because you don't really know how they were. You didn't pay that part of them being a parent. That I guarantee you it's not in this day with the kids of today's world, this generation. I bet you couldn't get 10 kids together right now. I don't care if they in low poverty, middle class, high class, filthy class, astronomical class. And you get 10 kids. You get 2 out of each one of those classes. And say, how old is your parent? Probably 1 out of the 10 can tell you how old their parents are. What's your parents' medical history? None of them probably don't know that. You know, when did your mom and dad get married? They wouldn't know that. I guarantee you. You know, half of them probably can't tell you how many siblings they got, and they live right in the household with them. Because it's not taken important. It's not taken to be important. That's something that your kids should know about you. They should know some kids don't even know their parents' whole name. You know, you ask them what their mom name is, they'll say, oh, her name Jazzy. What the hell is Jazzy? Jazzy what? I don't know. But her name might be Jasmine. The kid know the nickname she used. You know, so that's something your kids should know. But that's a part of being that parent. That's part of being that parent. You know, so, you know, now, the adversities come in when, say you are in a relationship with a man or a woman that's not your children's biological parent. And something happens to one of them. Those kids can't tell you nothing because of the insecurities of the mother or the father. And when I say the insecurities of that on the parental note, I mean you got women who will allow men to live in her household, come in her life, and not live in her household, you know, date him or, you know, whatever she considered it to be, their relationship to be. And the first thing she'll say is, I don't allow no men to come around my children. Huh? What you mean? What if you and this man go on a vacation? And the only thing your children know is his name that you say his name is. And it might be his damn nickname. And something happened to you. Who you think gonna be the first people that the authorities come and talk to? Your damn children. How would that look for an officer or anybody to come and say, well, we need to know who was she with? Oh, she was with her boyfriend. What is his name? I don't know. She called him John. Do that add up? And it comes from, and when I say the insecurities of that, it's because I have heard men tell their children's mothers, and she's in a relationship with a man, another man other than them, and they say the father has called and said, I don't want no man over my children. Huh? But he go home to a woman and her kids every day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, and vice versa. You got some women who will say that dumb shit to a man. Yeah, my children can't go over your house because I don't want them around your woman. Huh? Where that shit come from?
Crazy.
You know, that's his household. That's his child. Why
I don't
can't?
know though. It depends though.
No, it don't
Because all
depend.
step parents do not treat the kids right. I'm
That's
sorry.
on that's on the father.
Yeah, that's true.
That's on the father. If a man allows a woman to separate him from his children, from being a parent or father to his children, he's the damn fool. And if
Right.
if he allow a woman to make him think like that or feel like that, he shouldn't want to be with her anyway. So you have to blame that part on dad. You know what I'm saying? And mom. Because mom could be in a situation like that. I'm dealing with a man, so, my children got to be this and my children got to be that. Who in the hell said that? Because
it can go both ways. It could be a woman with a crazy guy.
there you go. That's what I'm saying. You need to get that shit out your life because that's the insecurity.
Right.
You understand? That's the
Right.
insecurity, man. So, and it's gonna become a problem later on. What if this man or this woman had to wind up getting totally custody of their kid?
Oh God.
Yeah, that way.
Well, be awful. That's why
That
you
way.
shouldn't.
That's
You
way.
got to choose wisely when you have kids, and you got to have your children around that person and see how the interaction goes.
Let me tell you something. The first day I meet a chick, if I decide this is somebody who I'm gonna deal with, I don't just introduce her to my children. I introduce her to everybody else a part of my life.
Right.
Cause if she trip out, and somebody had to tell somebody anything about her, everybody who know me gonna know. So that's why I don't try to play a whole lot of games. Cause when that shit, when something go wrong, everybody gonna know. Dad, Big Jeff, Pop, whatever they call me. This the girl he was dealing with. These are the people he done never bought around us. They gonna be able to name everybody they have ever seen me with. So that's what make me not insecure of shit. Because I don't have nothing to
But
hide.
they gotta be special. You don't just bring everybody around.
Hey, listen, if I'm dating her, she gonna meet the family. Everybody gonna know who she is. Trust me. I don't, once we start dealing with each other, it's just like a marriage. It's just like a marriage to me. So you gonna be known by, I don't know who you might turn into one day or one night when I'm asleep. So everybody gonna know who you are though. It ain't gonna be to where, I'm gonna be saying some ignorant shit about, I don't want to take nobody around my children. It's bullshit. I want them to see you, take pictures with you, the whole 9 yards. So if they can't correctly identify you, they can show a picture of your ass.
Yeah.
So that's just me. That's just how I am. I done seen, a lot of things I seen when I started looking at TV made me feel like I was, I'm 100% right about how I be on certain things. I have seen movies where, woman come up missing and they don't know who the man was she was with. She left home with so and so, but we don't know where they live at.
No, nothing about her.
Well, thank you. You understand? So yeah, that's why I live like that.
So we all know
That's why I
who to
live.
look for. We don't see Big Jeff.
Shit, we know who you were with.
We know who to call.
We know who you were with now.
Who was that? Okay.
Yeah, man. These are things that can be part of your insecurity. So a whole lot of insecure can be a whole lot of things, man. It can come from you being insecure. Can come from a whole lot of things that you have dealt with in life.
Right.
And I'm just, these are examples I'm speaking on, man, because these are the things that I have seen and witnessed And it was part of being insecure. I dated a woman one time. Her insecurities were so high to where she had made me start riding. We can be riding in the car together, and I wouldn't even look out the window. I would keep my head straight. Don't look to the side, no, because this woman had so many insecurities, man, to where we can probably ride by some people standing out a bus stop. No, this is a legitimate, true story. We can ride by some people standing out a bus stop, and it might be 30 minutes later, an hour later, 2 hours. In other words, when we get on the comfort zone, whether she at my house or her house, or we can be sitting down eating at a restaurant, anything, just as long as we are in the comfort zone. And she'll say some crazy shit like, "Did she look good to you?"
What?
And I'm like, huh?
I don't like stuff like that. That's toxic.
But you talking about 30 minutes, 2 hours later, man, and you asking me about something that happened that long ago. And, and the sad part was half of the time I didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And she'll say, "Well, that woman we passed when we were downtown. Later, we were downtown at 11 o'clock this morning. It's 11 o'clock at night." You know what I'm saying? So, I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious. Her insecurities were that high, man.
That's crazy.
And
I don't think I ever met anybody who had like really bad insecurities like that.
What the last time she saw me, and I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna get out that stir because it be making me feel some kind of way. The last time she saw me, she did exactly what I just said. No woman or no man shouldn't do. She questioned me about my child. And her question to me was my daughter. My daughter Dora called me. And she said, "Daddy, when you leave from wherever you at, can you bring me something to eat, this, that, and third?" I said, "Yeah, Lulu, I'll do that." When I hung up on my daughter, this lady was like a 3-year-old. She just tossed and turned, and we looking at TV. All of a sudden, she said, "Who was that? You heard me call her name, but who was that?" I say, "Hey, man, that was my daughter. What going on? What the problem is?" She said to me, "Ain't she grown?"
Ooh.
I said, "What you mean by that?" She said, "Ain't she grown?" I said, "Yeah, she grown. What's the problem, though?" She can't feed her. Hold on, wait a minute, sweetheart. Wait a minute. I didn't entertain it. I said, I got to use the bathroom. I had to actually go in her bathroom and look at myself in the mirror and say, "Now you know what you got to do." I came out the bathroom. I sat down. I said, "Yeah, she can feed herself." I said, "But she asked me to feed her tonight, and I'm going to feed her." So I sat there, and, I did the little routine men normally do when they trying to get the hell away from a woman. I picked up my phone and said, "Hello?" "Yeah, okay, I'm on the way." I said, "I got to go." I ain't seen her no more.
Yeah, that was too much.
I haven't seen her no more. I learned,
especially when it comes to my kids, that's where I'm totally drawing the line. Don't say nothing crazy or insensitive about my children.
But guess what? Guess what happened the day before?
What?
She called me from work and asked me, could I take her daughter?
What? Okay.
Some money
but you want to
to
flip
her
out when
job.
I do for mine. See, I don't like stuff like
you understand?
that. That's toxic.
And her daughter older than my daughter was at that time.
Are you serious?
Hey man, but see, that's why you don't entertain dumb shit. That's why I raised my kids to not entertain dumb shit.
That's exactly what it is.
You understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't gonna entertain that because I can show you better than I can tell you what's gonna happen. And that was the last time I saw her.
Period.
I gave one of my grandchildren my phone and told them to show me how to block a number. And they showed me how to block a number. I think I done blocked so many damn numbers now. I hate I learned. Shit, I think I done blocked some numbers I need. So
you got to.
you know,
because when somebody says something crazy about your kids, that's
hey man,
you cross yourself out at that
there you
point.
go. That's a game. That's an insecure game I have never played and never will play. I would never play that
You
game.
can't possibly care about me and
Don't give a damn about my children.
exactly.
That's part of me. I'm a package deal.
You ain't got the nerve to say, you know what? The crazy part about it, that's the same thing that one of my exes had said to me about my son. Like, that's a grown ass man. I said, okay, and you got a 20-something-year-old as well, and you still call your son baby. And he a grown ass man. If you want to say my son a grown ass man, you got a grown ass man.
But see,
so
you
what you trying to say?
shouldn't have entertained that. You should, if he was staying with you, you should have packed this shit. Of when he went to work, you should have.
We weren't living together, but
Okay,
we did
well,
break
that's good
up after
then.
that.
Okay.
After that, we did break up after that.
Cause you were living. If you were living with him, if y'all were living together, the song should have been playing when he was on their way home. Come pick up your goddamn clothes. They folded.
Oh yeah, it was a wrap after
Shit.
that. And the crazy part is that was like our very first real argument. But the things that you said, it was a wrap.
Yeah, hey man, you know some people will feel like that they have that much over you.
It was the first and the last. You hear me?
But see, that let me know also that she has probably been in a relationship like that before. And the guy actually let her do that to him. Cause you did it too easy. Certain things, if a person do it too easy, they done did it before.
Yeah. Yep.
They done did it before, man. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't know how I was gonna take it. So I showed her instead of went back and forth with her about it.
But then you do have some women and men that are dumb, and they will put another, individual
before their children.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. I see it all the
So
time.
I guess some people test their limits.
Yeah, I see it all the time. But that's not a test you should have to take. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. That's a test I'll never pass.
Yeah, that's one I don't play with right there.
I'll never pass that test.
They say I don't play the piano about that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an F on that test. I'm failing after the first question.
Right.
Cause they ain't gonna answer the rest of the questions, so I know I'm gonna fail that test.
And you better be careful what you say and how you respond, even if I tell you something about my child when I'm mad. Because you better watch what the hell you say, even then. Like, yeah. So.
But that's why if you don't entertain it, you won't have to go that far. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta know what you're dealing with, right?
That's it. If you don't entertain it, you don't have to get deep with it. Show him better than hey man, show him way better than telling.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I say, those are insecurities that people have experienced in life before they meet a real person. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can be too real for people. I think a lot of times I be too real for people. And by them not knowing, having that experience with people, they can't grasp it. You know what I'm saying? They can't grasp
that's one of your flaws that you need to work on, or you think you're gonna keep it?
I'm gonna keep that flaw. I'm gonna keep that flaw. I'm gonna die with that flaw. Because I can't fake. I can't fake, man. I cannot fake it.
I can't either.
It's no different than
somebody who in my personal space. I'm not gonna fake it with you.
Yeah, me trying to fake it, and then I be asked the question, and I tell the truth. Somebody's feelings gonna be terribly tore up. It's gonna be terribly torn up, man. You understand what I'm saying? Because they gonna feel like, well, damn, he made me think this, so I ain't gonna do that to you. I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm not. Hey man, if we ain't cool, we just ain't cool. We can't be cool. We can't, and I'm gonna tell you how much we can be cool, and what we can be cool on. But other than that, that's it. You know, I know you'll rather hear the truth than for me to try to fake it and you find out different. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You know, so I understand a lot of things that my kids do, my nieces and nephews do, you know, because they were raised under those type of umbrellas. You know,
Right.
once you cross over, man, you know, hey, that's where you gonna stay. That's where you gonna stay. You know, so it's no return. You know,
That's true.
some people say you hold grudge a big deal. That's not a grudge. That's me being true to myself and the people
Yeah.
who I'm having the issue with.
Right. It's a form of self-care.
You know, so I'm not gonna do
Because
that.
why should I sit in a relationship and have to hold how I really feel?
Thank you.
No, we're not doing that.
You know, so I don't practice that. I don't
We're going to
practice.
keep it straight and honest and, you know. Now, it's another thing to tell me if something you don't like about my child, something with love and good intention.
Yeah.
But just to be, ain't she grown? No,
Yeah,
that's the
come
wrong
on.
thing to say to me, the wrong tone, the wrong intention.
They need
Just
to go back to
wrong.
that person who they was like that with. Cause my insecurities ain't that high. You know, a lot of people ask me sometime, how can I be cool with the fathers of the women that I have dated? You know, or the children's fathers of the women that I have dated. Some people ask me, how you be cool with the children daddies? Cause I'm a damn man. I'm a 100% man. First of
Right.
all. Second of all, these cats ain't did nothing to me. They ain't got me pregnant. They ain't had no children by me. So what the hell I'm gonna have some animosity with them for? You know what I'm saying? This was something that happened before me.
Right.
So how can I have a problem with that? It'll be different if the woman went and conceived the children when we was together in a relationship. That's different, you know, and I wouldn't be
Right.
mad with the guy then. I really wouldn't even be mad with her because some of that shit you supposed to expect according to how you meet a person.
Right.
You know, that's why I tell men and women, and I'm telling you all now. That's why you never leave a person for a person.
Mm-mm.
You don't get out of a relationship by starting another relationship. That's ignorant.
Right.
That's ignorant. You know, and then 60 days in, you calling me back for what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey man, if you'll do it to a
Because you
person
thought
one
the grass
time,
was greener on the other
you
side,
damn right. But if you did it to a person, you know, I just can't understand men's thinking process. If a woman leave her man for you think that make your ass non and void?
Mm-hmm.
You think she won't do the same thing to your
when
ass?
they say you get them, no, they say you lose them how you
How you
got them
got
or
them,
something like that.
and you keep them how you get them. Shit. Hey man, that's crazy. You know, how can you be in a relationship with a woman and she goes home to a man every day or she has a husband and you telling her you need to leave him? What the hell you telling her that for? And if she do leave him and you marry her, don't you think she gonna run across a whippersnapper out there that might make her feel the same way about your black ass?
Exactly.
You understand? So, you know, I don't get it. We can't be together unless you leave home. Oh, okay. Well, shit, we ain't gonna be together then, sister. Cause I ain't leaving home. And the day might be the last day me and you see each other. 9 times out of 10, that's what it gonna be. That's what it gonna be. So why put yourself in those type of situations? Why? What's the benefit of it? You know what I'm saying? But that's another reason why a person would be insecure in a relationship. But it's a true relationship. You just don't know how to accept the relationship because you're not used to being in a true relationship.
Right.
You know, and a true relationship, to me, this is my opinion. This is how I feel about it. A true relationship to me is you put it all on the table day one. You tell that person everything about you day one.
Right, and if they don't like it, that's just not the person for me. That's how I am. I put it out there.
But see, I'm putting
dealing
you
with
on
this, that, or whatever, and
I-
if that's something you can't deal with, okay, cool.
I do that to let you make a decision.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put the ball on your side of the court, and whatever decision you make, we're going to live with that. So don't be 6 months in and say, oh, I thought it was going to change. How in the hell is it going to change when I told you this what it is in the beginning? I didn't fool you into a relationship. I didn't trick you into a relationship. I told you who I am, how I am, what I am, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, what I have done, what I haven't done. I give you the whole 9 yards. And the last thing I say to a woman is, but don't make me them, because I'm not him and I'm not them. And then I give them an understanding of as to what that means. What that means when I say it to a woman is, I'm not the last man you dated, which was him, and I'm not the last guys you have dated in your life, which is them. So don't give me they headache. Because once I see you giving me they headache, I'm out of there anyway. Because you're not gonna make me pay for what you want to do to them. You ain't gonna I'm not gonna take that. I'm not gonna take their punishment. Because that's what a woman does.
That's because that means the person hasn't healed from
There you go.
whatever
There you go.
toxic
So
relationship they've had before.
So that's her insecurity.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not dealing with
So,
that. I don't know why. I think that's something like easy that I'm not dealing with. Like, it's so much other things in life that we have to deal with. That's something that I'm not dealing with, you know.
But some people live with.
I gotta tell you everywhere I go throughout the whole day. Like, what you doing all day? That's annoying.
That's insecurity.
Don't ask me what I'm doing all day.
That's insecurity.
Annoying.
Those are insecurities, man. You know, you call me every 5 minutes. What you doing? I was doing what the hell I told you I was doing 5 minutes ago. Ain't nothing changed. You know what I'm saying? So I done seen people go through that, man, and I'm like, God damn, you know, man, I got to call my girl, man. She want me to call her every 2 hours. I got to call home. Huh? You can't be trusted to be outdoors, bro. What you done did that bad?
Somebody like that. This guy calls his wife I don't care what she doing. And she like, dang, I can't. I said that's ridiculous.
Hey, man, you know, but
look, even on Thanksgiving, I'm gonna call it out. Even on Thanksgiving, this past Thanksgiving,
man,
this particular family member goes and confront a total stranger. Like, my aunt had invited some people over from her church. And this idiot gets drunk. That's what he's saying. That's his excuse. But he really just stupid on purpose. He really just stupid on purpose. He goes and confront this man in front of his wife at Thanksgiving. Yeah, we had a little Jerry Springs going on. He goes and confront this man and say, why you staring at my wife? That man wouldn't even stare your damn wife. That man sitting right here by his wife. And your ass go ask that man that. We was like, what?
Because he know you done did some shit like that before. That's all. You know what I'm saying? That's
guilty content, man. I didn't stare your wife. That man sitting there with his wife. What do you mean? Staring at your wife.
Let me tell you something. I have had men actually walk up on my woman. I'm saying any woman I never dealt with, you know, when we go out, you know, she having fun. I want her to have fun. We out to have fun. I ain't out to say look around the goddamn room trying to see who looking at her. I want everybody in the room to look at her. Cause I want everybody in the room to be saying, damn, what the hell is she doing with him? I like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as a man push up on my girl, you know what I'll do? We can be standing right there at the bar and all of them will tell you. They can call in right now and tell you. I'll leave their ass standing there. You understand? Hey man, I want somebody else to show some interest in my girl, man. Shit, I don't want to never be feeling like I'm the only one want her. I'm gonna think something wrong with her ass.
Right. Exactly.
Hey man, look at her. I want her to take her coat off, anything. Let them see you. You know what I'm saying? I have had a lot of guys, man, that has actually asked my girls, what you doing with him? What you doing with him? Why you dealing with him? Huh? What you mean?
Yeah.
Nigga, something wrong with me? What the fuck you see wrong with me?
So look, when we went out, when we went to one of the welcome home parties, I was like, "What? Is that bitch your girlfriend?" I was like, "Go ask him."
Hey man, I'm telling you, so.
I'm like, "Don't ask me, go ask
Hey,
him."
man, shoot
You
your-
see him with her, don't you?
Shoot your best shot. I want you to shoot your best shot, man. Cause I can't wait to let you stand there and buy a drink. Hope you buy something to eat too, cause I'm gonna help you eat it. Motherfucker. So, and soon as she get everything she done got out your ass, I'm gonna walk up to her and say, "Boot, you ready to go?" And she gonna say, "Yeah." And I'm gonna say, all right, home. Be good, man.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. She walking out with you, right?
Shit, I know who she leaving with. But we out to
Exactly.
have fun, man. Hey, man, if a man say something to you, and they get mad, they get mad. Why you walk off? Why you walking out? Or they'll say, "That's my man, that's my husband," this, that. And the cat will be standing there like, "Well, damn, I know what he's saying in his mind. Damn, you just gonna let me talk to him? Yeah, nigga, cause I ain't threatened by you. I'm not threatened by you,
Right.
home. I
I
know who
that's
she
how
going
you
home
know.
with. She going home with the guy who she came in with.
Exactly.
You know.
You know what you got. You ain't gotta be questioning her. What do you say? What do you say
No,
to you?
we ain't doing that. She gonna be mad at me for not responding to it. Cause like I said, I don't entertain dumb shit. Now if you put your hand on her, after she done let you know what's going on, I'm gonna hit you with everything in the building we in. I'm gonna hit you. If you disrespect her, I'm gonna hit you with everything in the building that we in. I'm gonna try to hit your ass with the bar, with the whole bar, not shit off the bar. So, cause she didn't ask for that conversation. You came at her. If she turned your ass down, you gotta accept it, bro.
Right.
You gotta accept it. She shouldn't have to tell you why she don't want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You came at her. She didn't come at you. So, but see, that's what insecurity make you do. I'm sure who she with. I'm not threatened by you.
You know what?
I said I'm not threatened by them. I don't be threatened
right.
by a man trying to talk to my woman. Hey man, she's a woman. She can
you
handle
know what?
herself.
I'm not threatened by that. I'm threatening how it's all about how that person responds.
She
You
can
know what I'm saying?
handle that. She can handle that. I don't need to handle that. She gonna tell him who I am. She gonna tell him
Exactly.
who she with. The whole 9 yards. I don't have to make it known. I'm gonna make it known if you disrespect her after she straighten you. Then I'm gonna make it known. And that's on my mama. I'm gonna make it known. I'm gonna make it real known
Right.
when you disrespect her.
It becomes overbearing.
No, it ain't gonna become overbearing. Cause see, you should have asked the question before you tried to shoot your shot. Especially if you see her standing beside her, man. You the one being disrespectful. You don't know who she with. How you just walk up to a woman, she's standing beside a man. So evidently you think ain't shit. So I'm gonna let you shoot your best shot, and then when you run out of questions and run out of getting answers, and she put you up on real game, and you say anything wrong to her, man.
Hold on.
This call will be This call is no longer being recorded.
We finna tear this place up.
Gonna tear it down, huh?
Finna tear it up, man, for real. But those are insecurities. I don't live by that. Call me crazy or whatever, but I don't live by that because
Yeah, I don't deal with those types
my
of
woman
security.
can handle herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to get past that. A lot of people are losing relationships, meaningful relationships, you know, and it's because of insecurities.
Right.
And like I said, I was sitting with a lot of cats earlier in the week, and I was hearing them talk about a lot of things, household wise and women that they're dating this, that, and other, and that's all I was hearing, insecurities.
Mhm.
And then me and you have had those conversations.
We sure do.
So I said, well, this might be something we can talk about. So that's why I made the topic for this show.
Always a good topic. Love and relationships, always a good topic.
Yeah, so we'll talk about love. So loving, hey man, that 4-letter word, man, is so powerful. Love.
Yeah.
That's a powerful.
L-O-V-E.
Hey man, that word can be used in so much. But according to how you use it is what make the meaning stronger.
According to your intentions for it. Don't tell it. Don't even say it.
If you don't
it's
mean
all
it.
about your intentions.
If if I say I love my woman, she gonna first of all know that I'm in love with her.
Right.
I can love her. I can love her like I love my brother or one of my partners or, one of my, play sisters or some shit. That's a love.
Right.
But with my woman, I'm in love with her. I don't love her. I'm in love with her. To the fact of where I act a damn donkey if I be pushed that far.
Right.
I'm in love with her, but I'm not insecure about her.
Right.
I'm in love with her. I'm not insecure about her. Because she got to go to work. I got to go to work. I got to get out there and get it. So guess what? I was always told a jealous man can't work.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? A jealous man cannot work.
Right. They're toxic and dangerous on top of that. It's dangerous to be.
Thank you.
Because you could be accusing people who ain't even doing nothing.
Ain't doing nothing. Hey man, a fool in love, that's a dangerous person. That's a dangerous person, man. When a person that loves that hard, as they say, that's a dangerous person, man. You should never want your better half to feel like it's a problem for them to talk to somebody. As long as it's respectable, as long as it's not, an issue to where the person is trying to go beyond a conversation. Hey man, ain't that, they work on an environment that they have to talk to people in. So how can you stop that?
You can't. You just have to decide whether you're going to deal with it or you're going to let that go.
That's it. But how can I come to you?
You can't change a person.
But if I come to a Christmas party, you work in an office, and we go to a Christmas party that y'all having on your job, and some of your co-workers walking up to us, talking to us, and this, that, and the other, and the men on the job walk up to us, talk to us, or walk up to her and talk to her. How the hell am I supposed to get mad about that? She work with these people every day. She talk to them every day.
Exactly.
And he do vice versa. He talks to these people every day. Now, if you done looked at his phone or looked at her phone and seen the co-worker number in there, and he done sent some bullshit type messages to her, or, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third.
You got to deal with him.
Then, yeah, you got to deal with him. You know what I'm saying? But, and she's supposed to make it known. before you even, day
Yeah,
one.
she should have been told you that
That's
before
why I
she
say
had you in that mad
she
face.
should have done
Right.
made it known that hey,
Right.
it's a guy on my job trying to holler at me, did that and the other. I'll show it to you when we get to the party. Or she might have told me this shit 6 months before. But I'm not insecure to where I'm gonna be saying, okay, I'm finna come up there and you gonna show me this
Or go
nigga
to
on
her
your
job
job.
and show out.
Now I'm
Right.
finna get her fired and me locked up.
Exactly. Just crazy.
So no, man, it ain't that serious. If she say he disrespected me, then everybody on the job in trouble. Cause I'm coming. I'm coming to address the
Right.
situation.
Right. You have to, like, when it comes to certain things, you have to deal with it.
That's right. She can handle it.
Don't expect for me to deal with it.
If it get too far out of hand, she gonna have to go to whoever is in the hierarchy of the company
Yeah.
and let them know. Cause see, I'm gonna send some lawyers down there. I ain't going down there and do nothing to them. I'm going down there to let the company know y'all ass about to be opened up for a lawsuit.
Okay.
Cause see, I know she gonna get fired however I handle it. If I handle it in a harsh way or a lawful way, they gonna fire her anyway. So guess what? I'm gonna take the best way, which is to put their ass under the law.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can see him in the street.
And maintain your freedom.
Yeah, I can see him in the street later on. He get off at 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's ways of doing things, man. But you can't be like that. That's not a good way to be, because in a co-ed environment, it's gonna be some men on your woman job that's gonna try to talk to her after so long.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she might have a work husband too.
Thank you. So some people, and then some guys, some men are so damn manipulative to where they'll goddamn, she can just be done spoke to them and they think that's they shot to get in. She worked with you, fool.
Exactly. But see, that's when she has to be mature enough to set her boundary.
Hey, Mom.
And don't allow him to cross the
line.
line.
It's no boundary when you walk in your workplace and a man that works on the job with you say, "Hey, Miss Shanita, how you doing?" And you say, "I'm doing okay. How you doing?" And go on about your business. He can't take that and say, "Oh, that means I can talk to her now." See, that's when you gonna tell him, "Bro, this ain't that kind of party."
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I spoke to you, home. I didn't give you clarity to make you to try to make you feel like I need a man.
Oh God! But some guys are just
they'll take that and run with it.
What I hate is if I give you my number on some business type, like if I hire you to be my electrician or my maintenance guy, I gave you my number, I gave you my information on some business. Don't turn that into nothing personal. When you come into my house, you done did your work. Oh, can I come back later and take you out? No, I didn't give you that. You don't have my number for that reason.
Now what you do is you tell him this. You say, "How long have you had your job?" "Oh, okay. I've been here 5, 10 years. Do you want to be there 5 or 10 more years?" You understand what I'm saying? And leave that shit alone, man. You know what I'm saying? If he can't understand that, then yeah, you got to take him now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, we know when we being brushed off. Trust me. Just like a woman know when she being brushed off. But the insecurities of that is, hey man, that's you acting off of experience that you have went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people just, people gotta, you shouldn't have to give a definition as to why you're doing something. You know what I'm saying? If this what it is, this what it is. and whatever word you want to use to defy it, that's on you. Cause I ain't gonna sit here and explain nothing to you. Cause I don't owe you that.
And don't think I gotta explain to you.
Thank you. I don't
like
owe you
like
that.
like I'm a child.
Thank you. I don't owe you no explanation.
I don't owe you an explanation. Or that's another thing. If I don't answer my phone right away, don't think when I do answer I owe you an explanation as to why I didn't answer. Like, no, we're not doing that. If I choose to tell you, oh, babe, I'm sorry, I was on the phone with such and such, that's another thing. But don't just think.
But even if a person asks you why, and you give them the answer, and you give them the answer that you want to give them, who can they say you telling the truth or a lie? So, what do it matter? So
This call will be recorded. This call is no longer being recorded.
I hate this thing, but I'm actually recording. I'm asking that.
So the answer that you get, you got to live with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't ask that question then and say, "Oh yeah, right, yeah, okay." What the hell you mean? You asked me why I couldn't answer the phone, or why I didn't answer the phone.
Right.
You
Well,
know what
why
I'm saying?
couldn't you answer? Don't ask me that.
I gave you an answer, and we gonna live with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you think anything else other than that, you can't prove it. I want to see somebody who can prove something that they be told on the damn telephone. I really do. I want to see somebody who can stop whatever be done happen if something worse to happen.
Right.
What you gonna?
That's crazy.
What the woman gonna do? Go tell the woman get it back to her? What the man gonna do? Go tell the man get it back to me? Shit. Once it's over with, it's done.
It's a wrap.
So what the hell? Why you worried about? Hey man, you been sleeping with my woman? Nigga, yeah, I been sleeping with her. Why? That what he's supposed to tell you, and don't know if she a boy or girl. Cause you gonna be a fool to walk up to a man and say, "Hey, you been sleeping with my wife?" If I have homeboy, what can you do about it? You can't get it back.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, God.
You need to be talking to your wife, dog.
You need to check your wife.
Thank
Exactly.
You can't. Hey man, and I'm gonna tell you something I don't like about the women. On that note, a woman will call another woman just like a man will call another man, and ask them dumbass questions like that. And then now you can be there and say, I ain't dealt with that person no kind of way. And they say, well, I slept with him. And I've been with him, and we done been here, and we done did this and did that. And then the woman come back to her man and say, I knew you were lying. I knew you were this. Hold on, wait a minute. So you mean tell me their word is better than my word?
You trust her to tell you the honest to God truth, and she don't even like you.
Come on, man. You call these folks' phone asking them a question like that, they supposed to tell your ass any and everything they can tell you. You got to be a damn fool to even do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be crazy to do that, man. That don't prove nothing.
Right.
Now me and you finna get a divorce, and then you find out I ain't did nothing in the beginning.
That's crazy.
So now you the village idiot.
Now you looking stupid and question this woman.
Thank
and
you.
he's still gonna do what he wanna do, because you can't make nobody do nothing they don't wanna do. If that's in his heart to do that, to cheat,
Let me tell you something.
You can't change that. That's what he wanna do.
These are adults we
A man to
talking
be
about.
with you when he ready to be with you. If he wanna cheat, that's what he wanna do. I'm not here trying to make nobody be
Amen.
faithful, because I can't do that.
Whatever a grown person do, it's just that. They are grown and they are doing what they wanted to do.
Right.
As
If you
long,
don't want to be a committed person, ain't nothing I can do to make him want to be. You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
damn right. But if that
it's
person,
got to be in his heart, you know?
but if a person, if your better half feels like they want to go, they going, man. You can't stop that.
Right.
You can't
They
stop
want
it.
to go. You
You either
can't
gonna
stop that.
live with
If
it
he
or
don't want
deal
to be
with it.
kept, you ain't going to keep it.
Thank you. Shit, you're gonna either live with it or deal with it.
Right.
Either or. You can't get it
Like that.
back.
Just like they say, a man got to be in his heart, like, if he want to be a father. Just because you have 25 kids and he don't want to be a father, he go out and make 25 more with somebody else.
Thank you. Like it ain't shit. And don't do nothing for none of them. Shit.
Exactly.
Shit. Don't do nothing for none of them. So, but that's what brings about all of the insecurities that people deal with in life. But you taking it out on the wrong person. That's what everybody need to realize. You taking it out on the wrong person. If you didn't take it out on the person that put you in that zone, hey man, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. Or you'll be by yourself for the rest of your life. Cause ain't nobody in their right mind gonna go for that. Not continuously. Now, us as men, by us having some type of feeling for you, we'll tolerate it for so long. But after you get to that point, it's over. It's over.
I have a low tolerance these days. I can't tolerate a lot though.
It's 40 women to every man. Hey man, after you I got 39 more to play with.
Well, what's the name? Todd Tucker. That new movie he got. Don't bring a man to Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey man.
And now he going through divorce right now.
You damn right, cause he got brought to Atlanta. He was introduced to Atlanta. Shit. Hey man, let me tell you something.
Man to Atlanta.
It take a strong man to walk around in this city and not be tempted. It take a strong man to walk around. It take a strong man to walk around in the world and don't be tempted.
Right. But especially in Atlanta.
Especially in Atlanta.
Cause he got a whole bunch of Georgia peaches.
But we got some Georgia peaches, some African peaches, some goddamn English peaches. Hey man, we got peaches of all kinds, shapes, and sizes. Shit.
Ain't nothing like the South.
Shit. So hey man, it's a risk. Your girl, your better half at home better be a hell of a woman if she turn your ass loose in Atlanta. She better be a hell of a woman, man.
That's fine.
And he better have a heart of gold. He better have a heart of nothing but gold for his girl, man.
Uh-oh. Cause I got a friend that he swears. I'm talking about he swears like it's a Bible that all men cheat, and I don't believe that.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
No, I don't believe that.
No, he wrong right there. He wrong.
Oh, he swear. He's like, girl, I'm telling you, he like all men cheat.
Well, we cheat in our mind, as y'all say. If we think about it when we looking at a girl that's cheating, I don't think that. I don't think like that.
Right.
I don't. If that's the case, they need to close up all the strip clubs. Every strip club in the world should be closed if that's true.
Yeah, I don't think that's considered cheating.
So, hey man, we can look but don't touch.
Hold on, y'all.
So it is what it is. But we can't, we gotta stop getting caught up in the things that don't matter.
This call will be recorded. This call is no longer being recorded.
We gotta stop getting caught up in things that don't really matter. Because we put a lot of energy in it. And we can be putting that energy in something else that means something. Let's try the next time you feel like your better half is cheating, as y'all call it, or doing something they don't have no business with. another person or another person of the same sex, cause a lot of that shit going on right now. So if you feel like that person, your person of your interest is doing something beyond the relationship, talk about it. Talk about it. And get the honesty. You can get the honesty by talking. You can't get the honesty by arguing, but you can get the honesty by talking. Talk about it. Ask the question. Don't just assume, ask the question. And God forbid, don't let nobody or no one give you that mindset and you take it and run with it. You take it for God. Don't do that, man, because you can be wrong. A lot of times I tell, I have told women that I have been in relationships with, your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your daddies, your aunts, uncles, cousins, nobody, your friends, whoever, cannot come to me and tell me nothing about my woman, and I take it and run with it.
I know that's right. It made me change my opinion of her based on what y'all told me without even talking to her about it.
Thank you. When I can go and talk to her.
Right.
I know who you think can tell if you lying or not. Your better half of 900 motherfuckers who don't be around you no kind of way.
Exactly.
Who? This a picture of him now, right here on Instagram, on Facebook with the person. Okay, that can be my sister, that can be my aunt, that can be my cousin. You don't know who the hell this is. We took a picture together. Fulton County DA.
Exactly, especially with your lifestyle being in
we took
entertainment. You're going to meet a lot of people want to take pictures with you. That don't mean that.
But even without that, it's a picture. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but goddamn, right. How you going to put we having sex on the picture?
Right.
You understand? Fulton County District Attorney Office. So now y'all the DAs now. They can say, okay, on this picture, they were standing a little bit too close together, so he had to actually be dealing with her. You gotta be a damn fool to say some shit like that. You gotta be crazy as hell to even have that type of mindset behind that. Because one thing you can best believe, ladies and gentlemen, is if your better half sleeping with somebody that you feel like they're sleeping with, let me tell you how you can guarantee yourself that they sleeping together. Put both of them right there beside each other and just talk and pay attention.
And look at the vibe.
Pay attention to how they react.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to get your answer.
I don't even gotta say nothing. I put them in the.
Just put them in the same room together.
Right.
You'll see it. It's hard, hey man, if she was good to him, or he was good to her, but that shit gonna show just like it did when she was with you. It's gonna show, man. That's a 100% test right there. That's better than going to have them folk wrap that shit around your body, your fingers, and your neck, and all that old shit. Can't nobody escape that test right now. Trust me. They can't escape it. All you gotta do is put them and that person in the same room. I'm talking about in the same vicinity, and just pay attention. Cause they gon', for one giveaway is gonna be, they're gonna try to stay away from each other. That's first and foremost.
But they say actions speak louder than words. You can tell by body language.
You're damn right.
You can tell by things that they don't even have to say.
All you gotta do is pay attention. They pay attention,
Right.
man. Cause our women sometimes, fellas, really
Even
think
if they're
that
trying to
we
act
don't
like
pay
they
no
not
attention.
talking.
Like we don't pay shit
Exactly.
attention. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
but they don't understand we on top of that shit. We on top of it. They just don't know we on top of it.
Right.
And for those of us who are doing our own dirt, we can't show it anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hell, cause it might be one of the girls in the office she work with we stabbing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know until we get to the party and see them.
Exactly.
So it go both ways now. It go both
Definitely
ways.
go.
See, the woman gonna say something about it. We ain't. She gonna say something about it right then. We're not
yeah,
gonna do
I will.
that. Yeah,
It depends.
we ain't gonna
I
do
will.
that.
I'm not gonna hold stuff for no weeks, days.
Yeah.
If it happen, I'm gonna let you know right then.
Saying their dead giveaway, fellas, is this. Why you looking at her like that? Y'all know each other or something? That lets you know how much attention she paying your ass.
Right. That's what I say. What's up with that?
She following your
what
eyes,
was that
all
about?
type of shit. Women follow our eyes, fellas. If we looking somewhere too long, and when I say too long, I don't mean.
Or we somewhere and our food $20 and you leaving
Oh, so that's what need to say you banging the waitress. Hell no. So it's just we gotta get beyond our insecurities, though, people. You know what I mean? So, and the relationships can be better. Honestly, the relationships can be better. And like I say, us talking about this in the early part of the week is what made me, want to put some emphasis on that, and try to give everybody something to think about. Think about your situation. Think about your relationship. Think about ask yourself how much do you really care and trust your better half. Ask yourself that question, and then, put yourself through that test. I don't care if you have to get a sheet of paper and a pen and write it down. Just test yourself. Test yourself and see how much do you actually believe in the person that you're in a relationship with. And it don't have to be marriage. It's relationship. You know what I'm saying? If the person means anything to you that's worth saving, why not try to save it? I seen somebody put a text on the internet, on Facebook, I think it was, and the young lady put on there a video, and on the video, she put a post up saying that I would rather try making us work 1,000,000 times before I try to make life happen with another person of any kind. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about her. That says a lot about her, man. You know what I'm saying? So, that means, that actually, to me, what I got out of that she's willing to save her relationship with that person because she loves that person before she try to start a whole new relationship with another person and try to learn to love the other person, because her heart will be still with the person that she's not dealing with anymore. So that spoke volumes to me. That spoke volumes to me. If all women felt like that, man, there'd be a bunch of us married. Trust me, ladies. If you could make your man feel like that, hey man, I guarantee you he'll lock you in. He'll lock you in. Shit, what reason would he have not to? If he know you willing to go round for round, regardless of how long you have to go. that's amen. That spoke tremendous volumes to me. You know, so we're gonna get out of here. I think Shanita's phone may have died because we got disconnected some kind of way. But you know, we gotta be mindful. We gotta be mindful, man. You know, if you run a relationship, this is the day and time where you don't really want to be dealing with a whole lot of people, you know, relationship wise or sexually. You know, it's a lot going on. It's a lot in the air. You know, it's a lot of things that, you know, we gotta acknowledge to say, hey man, listen, I can't go there because it might make me go here. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we gotta definitely be mindful now of life itself and how healthy we want to be in life. Yeah, you know, how healthy we want to be in life. Yeah, that's Shanita. She back, and you know, we gotta be mindful. So Shanita, you got anything you want to add?
No, I just thank you guys for tuning in today on our love and relationship discussion.
You know.
And see you guys again next week.
All right. So this is Big Jeff.
And this Shanita.
And we coming to you live from No Days Off Radio Production with the #1 show in the land. Nothing but the truth. And we out.
And we out.
Yeah.
What's your name?
You made it home?
What's your name?
What y'all eating or something?
Zabo? Ooh, that's different.